Well, hello everyone. Welcome to today's video. Have you ever thought about all the hands that have touched the ATM machine before you? Well, me either. It may sound gross, but think about this. This machine can be a breeding ground for some pretty funky bacteria. One day when I was browsing on my phone, I find a news that says self-checkout counter in store are covered in poop bacteria. I don't know what you think, but I think this means people can get poop bacteria on the grocery they just buy. Well, I don't use those counter a lot, but what I do use a lot is ATM machine. So I decide to check some ATM around me for poop bacteria and hope I will find nothing. So what are those poop bacteria and how am I going to check them? Well, apparently there are bacteria that you can find in poops, and majority of them belong to the family Enterobacteriaceae. They are a group of gram-negative bacteria under the order Gamma proteobacteria, commonly found in the digestive tract of animals, among which E. coli is the most studied. It also contains many pathogenic bacteria such as Salmonella and Shigella. So, that will be what I'm going to target as poop bacteria. First, I take sample from the button on the ATM since the screen area will be too large for my sampling. I use a sterilized cotton swab after soaking it in sterilized saline to sample from the button. Then the cotton swab is brought back to the Homelab, adding 2 ml of SCDLP medium and shake for 30 seconds to wash down the bacteria, then spread onto culture plate. These are the culture plate used in the experiment. The first is the common soybean TSA. Others are this red McConkey agar plate and the deep red EMB plate, also the BHI plate. I first spread the 100 microliter of sample on TSA and McConkey plate. This will give us the total bacteria count and the gram-negative bacteria count. McConkey plate, which is a selective culture medium containing crystal violin and Billy salt that can inhibit most gram-positive bacteria. Also, bacteria that can ferment carbohydrate to produce acid will produce a pink color, otherwise yellow. Then I transfer the pink colony from the McConkey plate to the EMB plate for reculturing. At the same time, I also inoculate them onto BHI plate for oxidase testing. Oxidase is an enzyme in the electrotransfer chain and is present in our cell, but not necessarily in bacteria. I use this oxidation reagent. The chemicals contained inside will be oxidized by the enzyme and turn blue. And here you can see the colony show no color change. That means the test result is negative. The features that I'm testing here are characteristic of the Enterobacteriaceae family, the poop bacteria I'm looking for. Now while waiting for the cultivation, let's take a look at the EMB agar that I just used in the video. The EMB agar, also known as erosing methyl blue agar, is important in medical laboratories by distinguishing pathogenic microbe in a short period of time. Bacteria that can ferment lactose on this medium will produce acid, causing the dye in the medium to react and form a dark metallic substance. In the example shown here, the colony with a metallic sheen is E. coli, which has strong lactose fermentation ability. The one next to it is a Citrivector, which is a type of bacteria that weak lactose fermentation ability. And dark colony can be seen during the early stage of growth. Finally, the non-fertilizing Pseudomonas maintain its original color. Then you might wonder, what about the colony that I get from the ATM machine? Well, I will show you later. Now, after the incubation, let's see the result. In this survey, a total of 10 different ATM machines were sampled. The unit of measurement in the table is CFU. It can be seen that most of the sample grow some bacteria on TSA, but there are no colony on McConkey agar, indicating that the collected bacteria were mostly gram-positive. If the colony on the agar are converted back to the total number of bacteria in the sample, most samples have bacteria count between 0 and 2,000. The only sample with gram-negative bacteria had only one colony showing carbohydrate fermentation, and EMB culture shows that it was not lactose fermenting. Also, this colony was oxidase negative, indicating it might belong to the family Enterobacteriaceae. I'm not surprised by the results, as gram-positive bacteria are a common type of bacteria found on the surface of our skin and are naturally more likely to be present where our hand touches. Some bacteria may have been lost during the sampling process, leading to the result showing only gram-positive bacteria and some sample with no bacteria at all. Overall, the number of bacteria collected was not high. The only sample that has gram-negative bacteria, which might be output bacteria, only account for 1.8% of the total sample, a relatively low percentage. In conclusion, the probability of poop bacteria covering the bottom of the ATM machine is very low, so there's no need to worry too much when using them. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.